Okay, we're here. Let me just double check my mic settings because, as you know, I'm terrified of it changing on its own again. Okay, hey. It's Tori from Calypso Creative Planning and Book Journal Boss. I'm excited about this one. This one's gonna be fun. Okay, so we got some peoples. I see Vicky, I see Anne, I see Suki, I see Allie. Okay, all right, fun. Okay, we'll give people a couple more minutes to get here, but I'm excited. Okay, so we're gonna be looking at the final piece in our book journal catch-up series. So we're going to be looking at quarter 4, which is October, November, December, and the video I have for that is like a short one because by this point I was fully into Noteful, so I didn't have a ton of catch-up stuff to do, but then we've got to also continue our series of whoa, what you doing, music? Calm down. Okay, so we've also got to continue our series of going through the month of books and talking about what I read and what I thought and all that kind of stuff. So we're picking up with December. I think we started this in October, so we did October, November, or did we start it in October, so that means we did September? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't remember if we did September in October. I feel like we started in October, so that means we would have done September, I guess. I don't know. Should I make that a playlist on YouTube? So if you wanted to see that, I don't know. Y'all let me know if you want a playlist of that, because we're totally going to continue that in 2026, where I go through the previous month and we talk about the books that I read that month and what I thought and all that. So it's still a little weird that we're in January now. I don't know. So this is my January's going. Okay, it's going slow but going. I guess the best place to start is the video. So I have a video where I was doing screen recordings of this. Most of the catch up happened in November, but when I was going back through and like looking at the videos to edit yesterday, because you know I wait till the last minute apparently, but when I was going through I found a video that I didn't share of September that I did for these books, where it was just like a mini catch up where I was taking like doing the covers and doing the trackers. So I just included that. And then I found that the beginning of November or somewhere in the middle of November, I did like an overview flip through. So I thought, why not just include that? So yeah, so I guess let's start with the video. I have it queued up. I have it ready to go somewhere. Where it be? Okay, it be, I'm still terrified. Okay, because there. Okay, yeah. Okay, so, all right. Like I said, the first part of this video starts out with a little bit of September, like a little mini catch up. So you'll get to see me doing the covers, and then we'll go into October, and then a little yearly overview, and then November and December. So let's enjoy the little music here, because we all love this intro music. It's awesome. I don't see me changing this intro anytime soon, because it's just, I mean, the music, I'll update the collages, but you just want to dance to it. It just makes you happy. What am I going to do when I start showing my face and then you see my weird little dance? Oh my gosh, Vicky's here from Scotland. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Like, I know you've talked before about how you don't get to join because you're on the other side of the world. I'm so glad you're here. Yay! Okay, so this is like the little mini catch up that I found a recording of. for September. It was like right at the end of September, and I needed to pull these in. And if you want me to do more of these little videos, I thought these would be good for like social media. And then I never did anything with it. Yeah, I feel like I should do more of these. I don't know, they're so cute. I'm so excited, Vicky, that you're here. We got 2 Vickies. Love it. 3 Vickies. I mean, me. There's like me too. I was counting the other 2 Vickies, not counting myself. So, oh, that's exciting. Okay, so this was Dirty Brothers by Samantha Barrett. And then I had 2 little bonus reads from Katie Rogan. And if you haven't read Kissed by the Gods yet, or Unwritten by the Gods, like, you're missing out because they're so good. Even if we do have to wait until next year for the next book, because it's switching over to traditionally published, but it's okay. It's worth it. Trust me, it's worth it. Go ahead and read it. But these little bonus scenes, it was one where it was like a different POV, and one was a different, like a bonus prologue, and they didn't come with like legit covers, so I wanted to have a cover on my page that went with it. So this was me doing this in Procreate, because this is kind of like my go-to of like throwing a little cover thing, like a little thing on it. So I thought, let's do that. And this artwork was she had several different artists working on the art for this series, and it's so good. It's so good. Like, there's different styles, different artists, different scenes. I love it. I love it. So this was the bonus POV scene. This was their like meet cute moment. And yes, that is a knife in her hand, because Lena's a badass. So anyways, so this was the bonus POV of this scene. So the original scene is in the book, but then this is like a bonus, his side of things in there. So I just wanted to include this, give it a little cover, all that jazz. And export and copy. Oh, did I save it? I think it did. Maybe I saved it later. Or did I save it now? I don't know, because I ended up putting it on the website for like the monthly reads. So, and this font is Impact Label, and it comes with the regular version and a reversed version, at least the one that I got. I think there's a few different ones out there, but that particular one is Impact Label. I like it. Oh my gosh, for a minute there I was terrified that my mic was not on, but it's on. You guys heard me. Oh my gosh. If that ever happens, let me know, because that's terrible. Okay, so this is my little tracker sticker. I can't believe, I used to do the tracker stickers in Procreate, and I would make a new one for every cover, but now, with Noteful, I can add the shape. It's semi-transparent. I can have it match something on the cover. That did not work. It needs to be darker, so let's change that. But I don't know, it's just really handy. And I have a layer for my tracker stickers, and it works. It works. Star ratings. Remind me, I want to ask you guys about your opinion on, well, I mean, I'll bring it up now, but you'll see it when we go to December, but I think it was September. Let me look at, yes. Okay. So as of September, my quotes on the monthly spread, I switched them to be like this gray semi-transparent box with the quote in it. Whereas before I was doing a white block, and I did it for September, October, November, like this with the gray box. But then December I switched to a different way. So I just want to know your opinion on that. I didn't even finish that. So this was October. I stayed caught up throughout the month. So I just recorded a flip through of this. I think December I also stayed pretty caught up on setting up my books on the pages, because you've seen in the past catch up videos, I had to go through and do all that because I wasn't sticking with it. So I tried to be more on top of it. Oh, and I'm gonna try to remember book journal spreads in this video if I did book journal spreads that don't show up. Okay, so this is my yearly overview flip as of November 20th. So obviously I've finished. Now, when I do my yearly overview pages, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I start pages alphabetically for authors. So like I have an A page, I have a B page, I have a C page, and that way it's easier for me to group the books together by author. And then at the end of the year in December, I go back through and I move things around to get rid of empty spaces. So I can actually show you what it looks like now without any empty spaces. So once we finish the video, I'll show you that. I mean, unless you want to see it now. No, we'll do it at the end of the video. Don't let me forget. Because the video's not that long anyways. But I fit in a lot of books. More than I thought I was going to. Which is crazy. And part of that's because the hubby gave me a last minute goal. Which you guys probably have heard that by now. But it worked out good, I think. I fit in a lot. A whole lot. A lot. The hubby has commented whenever I made him watch my flip through a few times. And, okay, we'll stop in November here because I did do a lot. I did do several pages in November. So I'll pause after we get through with this section. But the hubby's like, you have a lot of 5-star and 4-star ratings. I'm like, yeah, because I choose good books. He wanted to act like it was because I just, I'm too lenient with my rating system, but I'm like, no, I choose good books. Most of the authors that I read throughout the year were authors that I already really loved. So of course I'm going to love their book. Right. And it's like, if something gets 3 stars, it's because I pushed all the way through and read it and did not really like it. Okay. Other than that, like, if I'm going to rate it lower than that, why am I reading it? Like, I'm not going to read. Why? Just stop reading. Like, there's other books I could be reading. You know what I mean? So, I know how people have different opinions about their rating systems and everything, but, like, why you keep going if you don't like it? You know? Anne says, yes, it's sad when you pick a 3-star book when you could have read something better. Yeah. I mean, last year I did have at least one 3-star book. And I pushed through all the way to the end. I was going to stop halfway through. But then I was like, no, I'm just going to go. Because it picked up. But then it, like, irritated me. Because at the end. Because it's like, what? What? And then I did have some DNF books last year. I say last year as I mean like 2024. For 2025, I only had one book that I paused that I may go back to, but I did pause it. And speaking of pausing, what is this pause? It's forever long pause. I did have one book in 2025 that I don't want to say DNF. It's, what is it? Not right now. The letters just don't come with, like, it just doesn't come with me right there. Like, I don't know, but it's pause. I'm gonna say it's pause because I may come back to it, but for the most part, I have 5-star and 4-star ratings. Now, I'm not talking about, like, I give it 5 stars because it's a literary masterpiece. No, it's because it made me feel things that I loved. Okay? Whereas, like, 4 stars, like, oh, it's really good. I really liked it. But 5 stars, like, oh, yeah, I really like that. You know? So, I don't know. And spicy ratings, I feel like we should talk about spicy ratings because I'm going to start including spicy ratings in 2026. I already included it in my Notion, but I don't in my book journal yet. It's because I haven't finished the sticker pack. It is coming. But some people get so technical with their spicy ratings. Like, I'm not counting how many times they kissed or fucked in the book. Like, no, it's just like, that's more of like a feeling, you know? Like, I've seen some people say that their spicy rating is so many scenes where they do stuff and so many of this and this level of kink or this level of that. I'm like, no. If it feels spicy, it's getting 5, you know? But, like, it's a feeling. I'm not counting that stuff, you know? Because technically I've had like novellas that are like less than 200 pages, but are so freaking spicy that it's like a level, wait, oh, well, we're almost done. Okay, so I'll just continue this. So this was my December, like, book releases. That's what this is. But yeah, so, I mean, I've had novellas that I could not count how many times they did it in that novella, but it's definitely 5, you know, flames, spice, whatever you want to call it, 5 peppers. I don't like the peppers. I like a flame. My stickers are flames, by the way, for spicy levels. But I don't know. I'm not counting how many times there's penetration in order to give it, like, chili peppers. Like, that's just too much work. Too much work. And says, what I hate is a book that is amazing and you're going to give it a 5-star rating until one scene at the end and it all goes to hell. That happened with a book last year. It went downhill fast. I will say, yeah, I had a book like that. I don't know if it was was it 2025? Maybe it was 2024. I haven't read book 2 yet, but like book 5 book 1 I read as an arc, and I was all geared up to give it 5 stars. Like I was at the place where it was like, oh, this is 5 stars. Yeah, I'm really, really liking it. It's got complexity, it's got spice, it's got this, it's got that, and it's like, wait, I feel like a chapter's missing. Wait, you used that phrase several times. Stop it. And then so it got a 4, and then I was like, okay, 4.5. But I did hear that the author took ARC reader feedback and then went in and made some revisions. So I think before I read book 2, I would go back and read book 1 again and kind of, 1, refresh my memory because it's been a while, and 2, see what she changed. So I think I do want to do that. But yeah, no, I hate it when you're like all ready to give it 5 stars and then it's like, what? No, what? Why? Yeah. That'll get you. Oh, by the way, this is 12 Mile Limit. I don't know why I wrote 12 Mile, but it's 12 Mile Limit, and it was 5 stars. 4 level of spice, too. Oh, it was really good. Really good. I can't wait to do the page for it, because it was so good. And then this book, on the 30th, A Shade of Chrome and Malice. And yes, I have the paperback, signed paperback, with art that I have to strategically cover in order to share. So yeah, hopefully I won't forget that part when I go to share that. But yeah, so good. I feel like there were other books that came out in December that I did not write down at the time of this video. Okay, that's it. That's all I got on there. Let's switch back to this. Okay. All right. Vicky says, "Oh man, having the worst morning. So happy you're streaming." Okay. Well, I'm hoping to be a bright spot in your day. Hopefully we can cheer you up. Okay, where was that? Okay, so October, I did not have any book journal pages. Okay, none for October. Didn't get that done. But November, yeah. Okay, so in November, I ended up doing several pages. And look, it's doing that thing. Why are you doing that thing? I hate it when it does that. So in November, let's just scroll. Okay, so we had this. I think I showed you this. I don't know how much of the November book journals pages were done in time for the November review. So I'm just going to swipe through this and see. This one, I did this one and it is gorgeous. And it matches book 1. Love that. Love that. Okay, if you haven't read this duet, you're missing out. It's so good. This one, so this was book 3. I mean, book 4 if you count the little the novella prequel. So finished this trilogy, did the board, or did the page, because I realized I had done pages for the other ones. So happy to have this now. Did this one, and so good. And this series, I now have all pages in this one done. So this was this book 3? Yes, this was book 3. And then I did book 4 after this. So you'll see that. Let's see, I need to do this one. So good. This one, and you've probably seen this a ton because I did this one and then used it as examples when comparing the different book journal styles for the new releases. So you've probably overseen this one. Oh, so this was book 4. See how they match? Isn't that great? How they match, like this one and this one. They match, and I love it. Okay. And then, okay, so for December, I do have some pages for December. So I guess we're in the, okay. Do you want to go over all the December books in detail, since we're at that point of like reviewing the books, or do you want to see my yearly overview first? Because we can look at both, but which ones do you want to see first? Do you want to look at December books and then the overview, or overview and December books? Y'all let me know, because I did get a request to see my overall book journal. So should we just do December first? Let's just do December. Okay, did I? Wait. Okay, so December started out with finishing up these 2 books because it was like, it took me a while to get through these, not because they were bad, just because I was doing pre-orders and holidays and all that kind of jazz. So I started out the month with book 4 of the Scorpion King series by Lucy Smoke. So this was The Hate We Breathe. And then I did the audiobook for Brimstone by Callie Hart. And I don't know why people are bitching about this so much. They need to just stop, because I really liked it. You can have your own opinion, but I really liked it. So there was that. And then let's just start here. A Shade of Carmen Mellis. Okay, look, I'm a huge fan of this world, and I really love doing this. This is another one of those books where I was surprised by only having this for my quotes. That's it. Just this one conversation was highlighted. So what I ended up doing is I put the description here, and then I had all these images. Loved it. And yes, I do have the signed paperback to go in my collection. And okay, so she sent me spicy book art to go with this. So I have to strategically cover it before I show it. Wait a minute. Oh, I was like, where did it go? Okay, hang on. I have to strategically cover that. Okay, so it is signed. Love that. So this just goes with my collection. But spicy book art, are you ready? I'm going to have to, like I said, cover it with a sticker strategically. So, yeah, I saw this art in our street team group. You know, obviously uncovered, but you know, I can't show it on here. I don't think I can show that, but it's very exciting to get this in here because I didn't know this was coming with the book. So that's very exciting to get this. Just yes, okay? Yes, we'll just tuck that in there, and so you don't see stuff you shouldn't see uncensored here. So, but I'm so excited to have this be part of my collection. I think there was a delay with the audiobook. Maybe I'll have to check on that. I know that the narrator, the main male narrator, got switched for this. I do know that, but it's okay. I'm still gonna love it. I'll probably end up using a credit for it because I did. I think I used the credit for A Touch of Golden Madness, or maybe I'm trying to think. Maybe The Embrace of Steel and Sorrow is the one that the audiobook is out. I'll have to check on that. I think maybe this one's not out yet in audiobook form, but oh, it's so exciting to have this. It's just in book art, and then just yes, okay. So next up was Curses and Cold Brew, and can you tell I have fun with book journaling the last couple months because I did. So this is book 2 in the Maple Hollow series, And book 3, I want to say book 3 comes out this year. Let me just look. I think book 3 comes out this year. I don't know. I think it doesn't come out till September though. Let me just check. Curses and Cold Brew. I'm on Notion. And if you guys want to see any of my Notion stuff during this, let me know. Let me see. Let's go back. Here we go. I shouldn't be able to tell you like the right date. Okay. So book 1's already out. Book 3 comes out September. Okay, so book 3 comes out September, and it is, I think that one's going to be MF. The first 2 were FF romances, and they were so good, and it's so funny, and this is definitely like Grumpy Sunshine, okay? Grumpy Sunshine. And it was just really good. I really, really enjoyed this. And I pulled, like I said, I did the audiobook, but I had the Kindle Unlimited book open while I was listening. And I highlighted some things. I also went back and pulled out, like I looked at the popular highlights. You know how you can see those in Kindle? So I compared those to some of the ones that I had. I remember texting or messaging the team with some chats in our book chats, and I was like with some quotes because it was just so funny. It's just so funny. So I love it. It's just really good. It's really good. And then this was a reread for me, but in audiobook form. And technically, this is probably like the 3rd or 4th time. 3rd at the very least. I know I've read this twice before, so this was either 3rd or 4th time with this one, but I did the audiobook. The first times I read it, I was not doing Pinterest boards, so I was really excited to do Pinterest boards this time, and I probably would have had more quotes. I don't think I was highlighting as much when I read it the first time, but I did pull up my highlights and looked at popular highlights too, because I didn't have too many on my own until I pulled up popular highlights. But this, if you have not started the Addicted series by Kristen Becker Ritchie, you are missing out because it is so good. And I do have this in paperback form. On my Kindle, I have the original covers because I got it before they went to traditional publishing, before they did the redesign. So I think I still have the old covers. The new versions do have like bonus scenes, which is cool. There's a bonus material in it. But last year, when I say last year, I mean 2024, because my mind is not entirely there. But the hubby got me the first, like the full regular series, not the spinoff series, in paperback. So it's just very exciting. I just love it. I just love it. If you have not started this series, you're crazy. You are missing out. Okay. And this is book 1. So if you're going to start this is book 1, and it goes over a span of several years, and then the spin-off series picks up, I think it's 10 years later, when the first of their kids are in college, in like, I think Max Moff is like 23 when it picks up there. So this series starts out when they're that age in college, and then the second series is their kids when they're that age in college. So highly recommend, must read. Okay, and then this one, okay, so I did this spread this morning, and okay, so you guys have seen where I have like tons of quotes. Like I have some spreads that have like tons and tons of quotes, and I cram them all in. Like if we're looking at like, okay, that one has a lot, that one has a lot, you know, so some of these have a lot of quotes, and typically I will just cram them all into one page. But for this book, I had a lot of quotes, I had a lot of collected words, and I had a lot of photos. So I was like, you know what? I said for 2026, I'm going to let things roll over into a second page if they need to, instead of just kind of like resizing everything and cramming everything in. So this one got 2 pages, and I left a place for my book review because I need to write my review today, because this book comes out next week, I think. Let me check. It comes out it comes out on my birthday, which is next Tuesday. Anne says, anyone else write down books from these live streams? Y'all don't have to write them down as we do the live stream, because there's always the place on my website. If you don't know this, let me pull this up right now. If you don't know this, because there may be some peoples that don't know this. So let me, if it'll come up. Well, on my website, there we go. It's coming up. It's coming up. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let me switch to this. Okay, so on my website, if you go to the library section and go to monthly reading, then you can go to any of these pages and you will see all the books. You'll see authors, and I've started putting like the videos that we're doing and the pages, my Pinterest boards, all this stuff is linked. So you can click on the book and it will take you to Amazon where you can get it. So if you have not seen that and don't know that that is there, there you go. It is there. You can do this for how many months? This goes back for a while. I've been including these for a while. I think 2022 is not complete. So March, June, somewhere in here, this is when I started including them on the website. And like 2023 is when it starts, like the entire year is on there. And so you can find links to all of these. And like January's already started. So I got that. So yeah, it's really handy. You can go through and see all these. Like I said, you got if you click on the cover, like if you click on these, I have author pages for some of these, not all of them, and some of them need to be updated. But if you click on these, it will take you to that page, and I've included some of these too, where it's like videos, right? So, yeah, love that. And then Pinterest board, you can see that. So if you want to pull in some of the photos and whatever. So if you have not seen this, I think maybe we have some new people who have just discovered me because of the book stuff. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that this was here. Yeah. Okay. Let's switch back to this. Okay. Here, put this here. Vicky says birthday week. Whoop whoop. So I may or may not be live next Tuesday. I'm trying to convince the hubby to come on the live stream with me next Tuesday for my birthday, because he takes off every year for my birthday. And so he's already taken off. He's already planned. He wants to take me out to lunch and do stuff. So I kind of want him to come on and do a live stream with me next Tuesday, but we may not do a live stream. I may just like do pre-recorded so I can have the whole day off to sit and read with him and just chill. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Vicky says, I just took a screenshot of A Shade of Chrome and Malice. No idea anything about it, but those images make you want to read it. Okay, look, you ask and I will give it to you. Hang on. All right, Vicky, get ready. So get ready, okay? Get ready. Let me just show you. So, proper reading order for this, okay, is A Touch of Golden Madness, which is book 1 in the Celestials of Arcadia series. Okay, so this is book 1. You have to read this first, okay? Then, The Embrace of Steel and Sorrow is book 1 in the Celestials of Arcadia Insurgency. So this is a prequel trilogy. So this is book 1. So trust me on the reading order. Do not veer from this. A Touch of Golden Madness, The Embrace of Steel and Sorrow, and then this new one, A Shade of Chrome and Malice. So this is your proper reading order. Feel free to take a photo, screenshot this. This is your proper reading order Trust me. If you start with this one because it is a prequel, don't, okay? Just trust me, okay? Start with this one. Let it make you fall in love with the world and the characters, break your heart, and all of that. Then read this one, and let it twist you all up again. Then read this one, and let it just twist you all up again. Just trust me, okay? Like, proper reading order, because that's how you need to read it, okay? Okay. All right, this is a lot of books. Okay. All right, let's go back down. Oh, okay. Slow your roll there, bud. Okay, proper reading order. There you go. Really breaks your heart, okay? So, you're gonna start them this weekend? Okay, we have to chat once you read them, okay? Because, oh my gosh, okay? Oh my gosh. It's just like, when I tell you, when I started reading, like, oh gosh, I will never stop talking about these, okay? So I read this one, broke my heart. When I started reading this one, I was ready to cry in the beginning just thinking about stuff that happened in this one. And then when I got to this, it's just like, it's just like, it'll break your heart, it'll mend it, it'll break it again, it'll mend it, it'll make you feel all the things, okay? So just be prepared. I'm warning you. You're gonna love it. And if you don't love it, please don't tell me. Because I love it so much, okay? Yes. So, okay, so other Vicky, if US Vicky, have you read the new one yet? Or have you just read... Like, where are you in the series? I can't remember. I know you read the first one, but I don't know if you read the other ones. So you have to let me know. And like, overseas Vicky, like, you gotta let me know. Like, message me. Zoom call me. I don't care. I just want to talk about it, okay? Because I will never not love it. Okay. Whew. Okay, gets me all worked up just thinking about it, okay? All right, so Vicky says, I'm in the middle of Steel and Sorrow. Okay. All right. Okay, well, you gotta let me know what you think, because it's one of those series that I will reread. And look, okay, just in case you haven't heard, just in case you haven't seen, okay, when I say that I love it, this is what I mean, okay? This is what I mean when I say I love it, okay? This is what I mean. So, okay, we're just, you know, okay? This is what I mean when I say that I love it. Okay. I don't, detour. Detour. Okay, Vicky says, I'm in chapter 7, and says, adds to TBR list. Vicky says, book club. LOL, I love those, yes. I feel like I'm sort of in a book club again. Like, I know we had the one on Patreon, and then we, you know, it's down right now. But if you're a fantasy lover and you want to be in a book club, and you want to combine that with fitness, and you want to combine that with like costume making stuff, I have the community for you. I joined it recently, and we're starting a challenge next week. It starts on Tuesday. No, it starts on Monday. It starts on next Monday, day before my birthday, and I'm really excited about it. And like, there was just a tutorial released in this community for a really pretty like jewelry piece, and then there's a book club in it. So the book for that book club is it was like voted on, and it is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. So that is, that's a book I'm going to try to figure out where to fit in this month in my reading. It's a chunky book, but I'm excited. It's been on my list. So yeah, so if you're looking for a book club for something like that too, that's what we're doing there. I feel like I'm blocking some of the light with my special editions over here. Okay, so back to this. This comes out on my birthday. It comes out next Tuesday. I got the advanced copy of it. It is so good. I've never read anything from either of these authors before. So this is Fundamentals of Being a Good Girl by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. It's really good. It's funny. It's sweet. He's a single dad with 2 twin daughters and a teenage daughter, and very healthy divorce from his wife, and she is the nanny who is younger than him, and he is a college professor, and she is a law school grad who is also teaching at the school that he's at in a different department, but she's also a nanny, and like it's really good. I really liked it, and I love how many words I collected. If you don't know, I sometimes like to collect words from books that if I don't know what it is, never heard this word, or don't know what it means, or never looked it up before, like these are all the words that I collected, because this is, I mean, it's just, some of these you may have heard, but it's like some of these I like, what is what? And so that was fun to have those words collected. I think I may start a glossary somewhere, either in Notion. Maybe I'll add it to Notion of like words that I collected, and then link it back to the book that it came from. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm totally gonna do that. Y'all don't let me forget. I'm gonna do that. Ooh, that's fun, because I've had other books that I've like collected words from and never did anything with them except for just like add them to a page in my book journal. I'm gonna add it to Notion. Oh, well, that's fun. That's a fun idea. I'm totally adding that. I'm gonna include that in the 2.0 version of the hub, because oh, well, that's just fun. Okay, that's just fun. That was a great idea. Great idea. Love that. So yeah, so this had like two pages for it, because I want to go back to not having to squeeze everything in, because it's not super small. Everything, I mean, the description, the summary was pretty small, but that's okay. That's okay. But oh, it's just so good. It's so good. And like the girls have a pet frog, and she catches it on the day she comes for her interview. It's just really cute. It's a cute story. For Halloween, she dresses up as like a sexy Velma, and it's just, she's a curvy girl, and he's like the hot professor type, and who's like 6'3" or something, and like just like sweater vest and glasses. Just yes, okay, yes. He buys her a cactus to like teach her how to, you know. Yeah, it's just, I just love it. There's a very cute scene there, you know. It's just stuff. Okay, so this is a good one. I will read this series. So this is book 1 in a new series that they're starting, and it does make me want to go back and see what else they've done together and what they've done separately. So I may be reading more of them in the new year. I don't know when book 2 is coming out, but this comes out next Tuesday, so I will recommend this one, definitely. This was a really short read that I found on Audible. It was in the, I can't remember if it was KU or if it was just in the Audible Plus catalog, but it was like a short one. It was fun. And then this one, oh, I didn't say, Eternal Sunshine by LJ Shin. So yes, this one is Royal Savage by Victoria Ashley. This was actually a reread for me, because I was looking for more audiobooks, and this was either KU or it was in the Plus catalog. I can't remember. But these were the highlights that I had from my first reread, or my first read of it, and I ended up doing a Pinterest board for this, so I need to do a page, obviously. This was book 2, so Beautiful Savage. So Royal Savage, Beautiful Savage, and I don't think I ended up collecting anything for this. So Vicky says, I love how excited you get. I can't help it, okay? I can't help it. It's who I be. It is me. And then this, okay, Scoring the Puck in Goal. This was book 3, right? Yes, book 3. Look at me, I'm all like, what is that for sure? It is book 3. Yes, it's book 3. I'm not gonna look it up. I know. It's book 3 in the LA Vipers series by Tracy Lorraine. It's a hockey romance, if you did not notice that. Okay. I do have a Pinterest board for it. And should I show you the Pinterest boards every time I have one? Maybe. Okay, maybe we should do that. Do you guys want to see that? Let's see. Okay, so I have this over here, so now I can switch back and forth. So which ones did I say? Okay, so Royal Savage. I do have a Pinterest board for it. Right? Where are we at? Did I not? Oh, I thought I did. Wait. I thought I did. How do I not? Okay. Maybe I didn't. I could have swore that I was like... Y'all don't see it, do you? Okay, I could have swore I had it. But I guess I didn't. Okay, I guess I didn't. So the other one was scoring the puck in goal. Is this one? Is that? Yes, scoring the puck in goal. So this is the Pinterest board for it. And just yes, okay? So the story behind this is he is the goalie and he is looking for a personal chef because nutrition is very important for him, and he's very, very private, doesn't want anybody in his home, hasn't even had the team over to his place. He's just very, very private, and he connects with her because she is friends with some of the other girls, and she always fixes, now that she's back in town, she fixes food for like their events, and he asked her to be his personal chef, and they just really connect. And she is also a dog lover, and they go on walks in the park, and like he got treats to give her so that she could give them out to dogs at the park. How cute is that? So just love it. Love it. And they go and like volunteer at a dog shelter and at a homeless shelter and like the soup kitchen stuff. Like, it's just, yes. Okay. This is a good one. This is a good one. So the next one comes out, let's see. When does the next one come out? Let's see. Why do I not have this? It comes out, I want to say it comes out, why do I not have it on my list? I need it on my list. Let's see. Clearly I need to update this. Okay, so book 4 comes out in March. And yes, they do have, I think we talked about this before with the last one, they do have illustrated covers on here, so you can get different versions, but the version that I have is not the illustrated cover, obviously. And says, why do all hockey romances have pucking in the title? LOL. I know why. I'm just being silly. It's funny. It works, right? Okay. Let me switch back to this. Oh, and Anne says I added that to my TBR too. It's so good. And she does, for this particular one, there's a bonus scene. Haven't read it yet, but it's obviously. And then there's also a bonus in her Patreon community. So I have that downloaded. Haven't read it yet. Vicky says, I have all of Tracy Lorraine on my TBR, but there's just not enough hours in the day for all the reading. Yes. Okay. Because like, if you look at Tracy's stuff, if you go to her page and look at these books, I have read almost all of them. There are very few books from Tracy that I have not read yet. And like these, like bonuses, I have so many bonuses, and her Patreon has, she had like, I don't know if she's still doing it. I haven't seen a release in a while, but she has like a whole short story series that she released on Patreon. So I've read almost all of hers. There's a few from the very, very beginning of her journey that I have not read, but other than that, I would say I've read 90% of her books, And some of the later ones, some of like the newer ones, they're really chunky. And then you get into these. Look, this is 2 of 19, and that doesn't count all the bonus content that you can find for this series. But these are smaller ones. These are like $3.92. I mean, it's still good size, but you know, they're smaller. But this will be like each couple gets 2 or 3 books. I love this series. I was gonna say this is the series I started out with her, but no, I think it was this one. And I think I started out with this one and then realized there was a series before that. So then I went back and read that. So yeah, Rosewood High. So hers, like, there's a lot of interconnectedness, but I would say I've probably read 90% of hers. And I do want to go back and get the ones that I've missed. So, and almost everything's on Kindle Unlimited, if not all of it. So this is a good one. This is a good one. Yes. Okay. Just Tracy Lorraine. Yes, is what I have to say. Okay. So there's this one. I need to do a page for this. Here we go. This gets into some really fun stuff. So I was looking for something short to read. So I read this on Christmas Eve. Well, I listened to it on Christmas Eve while I was like getting everything ready for everyone to come over. And it started a whole thing because I did not realize that there's like, this was part of a series. Like it was a multi-author series. Like they don't connect to each other, but it's like it's called Scared Sexy, which is funny. But it's a multi-author series. Each one has a different, you know, scary guy or whatever. And they're short stories. They are so cute. And I loved it. So about this time, the hubby realized I was so close to like getting to 200 books. Cause I think I was at like 193 or 192, 193, something like that. And so he started rooting for me to get to 200. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this whole series. And then it led me down a rabbit hole. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, let me switch back to this. So I ended up doing, okay, so Hot for Slayer is by Ali Hazelwood. It's this. I discovered that it is, I have some quotes because it was really funny. Like, it was really funny. It was funny, but also, like, she's a vampire and he's a vampire hunter, and they've been circling each other for years, and, like, she's been basically on the run from him. Something happens, and he loses his memories and doesn't remember that he is a hunter out to get her, and she ends up sort of, like, taking care of him, and he's convinced that they know each other because he just knows her, right? It's so good. But the series, okay, so here's the series, and they're all like short reads. All of them have like one spicy scene in them. That's it. But so I ended up doing all of these. So book 1 is Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood. Book 2 is Falling by Christina Lauren. So in this one, she's a human and he is a supernatural being. And I mean, I won't give it away entirely, but do with that what you will. And then Spicy Little Curses. So it's set in New Orleans, and she is a journalist who doesn't believe in the supernatural, and she is out to prove this guy is a fake. He's rumored to be like covered in tattoos that he was born with, and like he's rumored to have supernatural abilities. There's a curse on the family, and so it's really good. And then Space Vampire. Yes, I said Space Vampire by Ruby Dixon. Oh, I didn't say this is JT Geisinger. So Space Vampire, she's a human that has been basically like kidnapped by aliens, and she's on like this alien space station, and it's like a research facility where they make these splice creatures, and so the scientists aliens make an alien vampire, and when he goes kind of ballistic, they all flee the ship and she's the only one left. And so she ends up like helping him out, and like, he's not a bad dude. Is he a vampire? Yeah, but that's just how they made him, you know. So then they have to like, you know, figure out what they're going to do. Like, what's the plan? They're on this space station all alone, and what could happen, you know? And then, so then you have Beautiful Nightmare by Katie Robert. And in this one, she is a sleep paralysis demon who is supposed to feed off of humans' fears, like, and he is the human that she has been assigned to. The only problem is he doesn't find her scary. He likes her. And so she's like torn between like, hey, I'm supposed to scare you. Why are you not scared of me? And then he's like, well, because you're attractive and you're naked and you're sitting on me, and but you're pink with little horns, and you know. And so it's very interesting. Like, it's really funny. All of these, there's humor in them. I loved it. It made me realize that I need more romantic comedy in my lineup, because like, and once again, this series, in case I didn't say it, this series, if you look it up on Audible, you're going to pay for it. If you look it up on Kindle Unlimited, it's read and listen. So you can download the Kindle Unlimited book, and then you get the audio book like included. Like, you just download it and you can read and listen. So highly recommend. And then this one, okay, all My Boyfriends Are All Monsters by Kimberly Lemming. And yeah, so in this one, she is hiking with her boyfriend, and he's an ass, and ends up like going off and leaving her. And like, she's like, why did I drag my ass out here? Nature is trying to kill me. And ends up like finding some like random wishing well type of situation in the wilderness, and throws something in there, makes a wish that she just wants to be loved and appreciated, and doesn't realize that this well belongs to this godlike being who, you know, wants to make her wishes come true. And so he creates, you know, beings for her to make her wish come true. And the first one is Flannel Fabio, okay, because his only reference is like stuff that has been thrown in, or stuff that he's found. And so, you know, like old romance books with Fabio on the cover, or I think there's like hunting magazines and other magazines and like catalogs and things that he creates this village for her. There's like a doctor, and there's like a possum creature thing. I don't know. It's like it. So yeah, it's really funny. It's funny. I think I have some quotes from this. Maybe I didn't, but I could have sworn I had some quotes for this, but it's really funny. Okay, it's really, really funny. And like I said, it is read and listen on Amazon. So like, here's the page. Once again, you can find links for these on my page, so you don't have to go and look them all up. You can find links, but it's really funny. Okay, it's really funny. It's really funny because eventually she realizes that, you know, it's all one creature, and he's so powerful, he has to make himself be multiple people or creatures for her. And so it's just in order to contain his power. It's all really funny. Like, go check this series out. It's really funny. So yes, so there you go. So so there's that. Here's where I was reading those. Okay, and then this is where I started 12 Mile Limit from Brandy Hines, and so good. I do have a Pinterest board for it. So let's look at that. Let's go to Pinterest. 12-mile limit. So for 12-mile limit, I ended up with a ton of stuff on my Pinterest board. I don't know that I've had this much stuff on a Pinterest board in a while. And I think it's because I was adding stuff to the Pinterest board as I was reading. And because sometimes I don't do the Pinterest board until afterwards. But I ended up with a lot of stuff on this Pinterest board. And yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's so good. So imagine this is him and that's her. Like, opposites attract, okay? So if you haven't started the Noir Brothers series by Brandy Hines, you are missing out. Okay? You are missing out. I don't have 12-mile limit in... What? I'm missing a book. Where am I? I'm missing a book. I don't have 12-mile limit, but that's okay. So I have her first series all in paperback, signed from her, with some stickers and some swag and stuff like that. I also have the audiobooks for all the first series. So the Noir Brothers series is a spin-off of the Court series, which is her first one. And we're going through all the brothers in there. They own an exclusive resort, hotel, spa, club type of situation in New Orleans. And in this particular one, this is one of the brothers, and she is a tattoo artist, piercer at the shop at their resort, and they've been dancing around each other for the past couple years. They have a secret together that he helped her with something that happened, and has been sort of using it as kind of like blackmail to hold over her, so that basically he just wants to spend time with her, and he'll do that in order to be able to make that happen. But he's tired of waiting around and wants to like be with her. And it's so good. I don't want to give stuff away. I don't want to give too much away, but it's so good. And one thing I love is that, so all the employees at this club at the resort, they have like a signal that they give the security cameras to let them know that they're okay when they're leaving their station. And hers is a big middle finger to the camera. And so I just find that funny. And he's very into knives. And they're both into cars. It's really funny. He's seen as like the crazy jokester of the family. And like everyone, like club members, see him as like, well, he's clearly crazy. But he's so sweet, and he's not crazy. He's so sweet, and he's a little crazy, but it's just so good. It's so good. Did I pin that picture twice? No, I just saw it twice. Okay. I thought I pinned it twice. But yeah. So, and there's a very funny scene with her tongue piercing. I'm just going to let you use your imagination. Okay? And how do I say this? There's a moment where there's an issue with her piercing and his piercing. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, if you haven't started this series, you're missing out. Start with Court. You don't have to read the Court series first in order to read this one. But there is character crossover. So if you like to stay in the same world, read the Court series first. There's 4 books. And then, okay, let me go back to this. So this is where I'm continuing my hubby's goal of me reaching to 200 books. So I found this book. This is The Fall Risk from Abby Jimenez. It is on Kindle Unlimited with the audiobook. So you can download the Kindle Unlimited book, and then you can download the audiobook from inside it. It is so good. It is sweet and funny, and like I would definitely recommend this one too, because like it starts out is he comes out of his apartment, and the stairs are missing. He can't get down they're on the second floor. He can't get down. The stairs are missing. And then while he's trying to figure out what's going on, like where did the stairs go, his neighbor comes out, and they've never met before, but she comes out and she's like, where are the stairs? And she comes out prepared with like bear spray. And so he's on his phone with his friend, and his friend comes up, and like her friend speeds up with like a baseball bat. She's ready because she like, where did she go? She, disappeared. Where are you? So it turns out they were doing maintenance on the property, and they took the stairs down when they weren't supposed to. And so they're stuck there in their apartments for the weekend, and they really connect, and it's so sweet because like they end up meeting up on like the landing patio area and chatting, and like he talks about trees because like he does stuff with trees, and like talks about plants, and like she works from home and she has a stalker, and so she's skittish, and like so he recognizes that she's skittish, so they meet outside and get to know each other, and it's so cute. And then there's like I'm gonna take back my power moment for her and everything, and it's just like it's funny and it's sweet and it's so cute, and I need more romantic comedies in my lineup. That is what I've realized at the end of December with all of these things. So highly recommend that. And then because I, like I said, was trying to reach the goal of 200 that the hubby set for me, I discovered this series. So this is a series, it's the Southern Belle Insult series by Keke Palmer, as in like, the actress Keke Palmer, and written with Jasmine Guillory. It's narrated by Keke Palmer, which means it is freaking hilarious. Okay, it is so funny. It's 5 books, and they're all short stories. So they're like, I think the longest one is maybe 40 minutes. So like 30-40 minutes is this. So they're really short stories, as opposed to like these are like hour and a half, 2 hours type of things. But these are like 30-40 minutes, and it is so cute. So the story behind this, it's like one series. So Janet, okay, my dear friend Janet here, she is like really shy and timid and like introverted, and like no one pays attention to her and no one listens to her at work, and like she's kind of boring and whatever. So she ends up stumbling upon a wig shop, and like meets the person who owns the shop, and they direct her to like finding a wig. And so she puts on this wig, and the wig has like special powers. So essentially the narrator, Keke Palmer, is the narrator, and so the story is told through a narrator, and so she embodies this persona of the narrator, and then in each one she ends up stop it, honey, the dog. So in each one she ends up going back for a different wig, and with each wig she takes on a different personality, and it is so funny. And then at the end she throughout she like finds herself by visiting with all these different personalities that she gets through all these different wigs, and it's just so funny. And then I finished things out with a bonus scene that I missed from A.L. Jackson's Moonlit Ridge series. But let me show you this. Okay, so this series, let me go back. Okay, let's go down here. Wait, where are we at? Okay, so this one. Okay, so this series, let's go here. It is this. Okay, so this is the series. So it's Southern Belle Insults. It is hilarious. I mean hilarious. But see, they're short books and they're so funny. So it's listen and read. And what I discovered throughout these 2 different little short story series is that Amazon has a collection of original stories that are read and listen. So they're on Kindle Unlimited. You can download them. You download the Kindle book, and then you can download the audiobook from inside of it. It connects with Audible. So if you do a read and listen series, it will highlight the words as the audiobook is going through. Like if the book is open, it'll highlight it so you can see where it's reading. But there's all kinds of different series, and I think what they do is feature different series periodically, and I think they swap them out and they add new ones. So if you find one like the Scared Sexy series, it may not be featured up here, but you can still read the whole thing. But you can see it's like different genres on here. Like Improbable Meet Cute, Creature Feature, you know, Obsession, The Far Reaches, Good Intentions, you know, so there's different, it's just so interesting. So I'm definitely going to be coming back to this in the new year and like revisiting some of these different little short stories. I mean, look, Dean Koontz. My sister loves Dean Koontz, or she did. But I mean, it's just, I didn't know this was a thing. If anyone knew this was a thing and didn't tell me, how rude. Okay? Because I didn't know this was a thing. Look at this. So some of these are like multi-author series, and some of them is like one author doing different stories. But like, what? You know, like, and you can click on them and you can see, like, I just, like, what? How did I not know this? I did not know this. So I had to share this with somebody, and that is you guys. So see this little headphone symbol? Like, that's how you can find it. So if you're on, if you go to, let's see. Okay, let's say you're like Kindle Unlimited, okay? And then go to audiobooks. And this is where you can find audiobooks that are read and listen. Like they come with the Kindle books, and you can like listen to the audiobooks included. What? This one, I read this one as an advanced copy. It is so good. It's spicy. Be prepared. But to see it on here too, like it's just, I didn't know this was a thing. I mean, I knew that like that there was like audiobooks on here, but be careful. You have to look. See, like this, you got the headphones. That means that it's included. But this, they're just stuff that they think you would like. Okay, so just make sure you're looking at that. Because if you look at these books on Audible, it's not going to show that. It's not going to show that it's part of Kindle Unlimited. So like, look out for that. Be on the lookout. But I just wanted to share this with you. And then Amazon Originals are right here. Like, what? I didn't know this was a thing. So, yeah. So, there you go. I just had to share. I just had to share that there's stuff. I didn't know. And if you can't find, like, where it says those collections, because, you know, you can go here and that should take you to this page. But what? I did not know this was a thing. So I had to share that is my stuff. So, okay. So that took us to our 200 books. I finished with 200 books thanks to the push from the hubby and discovering these Amazon original stories, because I did not know that was a thing. Oh, Vicky says, do you have a timer going today? No, I didn't even bother. I figured we would forget it. Let's see. Let me move this back over here. Anne says, it's nice to have some sweet romance to break up all the dark romance sometimes. Yes. This was a good break here with these. And I would say out of all of these short stories, though, this one was probably my favorite. It was really good. It was so sweet and funny, and I just loved it. So, Anne says, I used to read a lot of Dean Koontz too. Loved him, but I always loved Stephen King more. Yeah. Well, go check out that Amazon original series from him if you're interested. And then, okay, so the other thing is overview. I didn't finish this page. My overview for the year, we'll do this quickly so I'm not keeping you guys too long, but overview for the year. These were my books of the month. It is so hard to choose book of the month, but I will continue it for 2026. I started out with adding reasonings and then lost track of that. I do want to continue that for 2026 because I think it's fun to see why I chose that book. So I know some people do brackets. I may try to do a bracket, like a book bracket thing for 2026, but I feel like that's going to be really hard. But we'll see. If I do it, I'll let you know. And then audiobooks. These were my audiobooks for book of the month for 2025. Once again, started out with reasoning, then lost it. But that's okay. That is okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is my overview. Oh, poor Anne. She's got a book that does not have a page count. That's hard when you want to choose a page, when you want to like track it and you can't find that. Very annoying. Okay. So for 2025, like I said, I started out with a page for each author because it makes it easy, or not necessarily each author, but like each letter. Because it makes it easy to throw in the books and then keep authors together, and then you can come back and move things at the end of the year. So that is what I did. So this is mine for 2025. I ended up doing, if it was a bonus read, then I made it smaller so you can see like which ones are full books and then which ones are bonus reads. This is the one I fit in on the last day of the year because I realized it was the only bonus scene from this series that I hadn't read. I don't know how I missed it, so it fit on this page perfectly. This is my A.L. Jackson page. It fit perfectly. And then here we have Angelina J. Stefford, Anya J. Cosgrove, which, why am I just now realizing they have J's in there, both of them. And then Becca Steele. I love that I finished this series here. Okay, and this series is now over. Blake Black, because of course. And then, so Britton Ashley was new for me. And then Selena Kuiko. I don't know what has happened with this series. I need to do some research. I think that she just stopped the series. I think she left us on this crazy twist at the end of this book, and then I think she just stopped. I don't know if this is continuing, so now I'm just like, wait, what? So I don't know. I need to do some research on that. Soul of Shadow, you guys recently saw the book journal spread that I did for it. Book 2 comes out in March. I already have the advanced copy, so it's going to be one of my next reads. I don't know if it's going to be the very next one, but if not, if book 2 isn't the very next one, then it'll be the one after that. And then this is the first book in a series by Samantha Barrett and Octavia Knightley. Then we've got Brandy Hines, the wonderful Brandy Hines. There is a bonus scene for 12 Mile Limit. I haven't read it yet, so this was a crossover. So it started in December, like right at the end of December, and then I finished it in this month in January. So it's a crossover book. So I do need to finish with the little bonus chapter that's in there. And then Samantha Barrett. There's lots of Samantha Barrett. That was one that I had pages of, and then I sprinkled them in some of the empty spaces. I feel like this is the only empty space I have left, I think. Then you have Elle Parker, Hell of a Risque, and then Candace Wright. The next book in this series comes out in a few days. It comes out at the end of this month. And then Kale DeVore, of course. Katie Rogan. I had lots of Katie Rogan because technically she only has these 2 books out, but I got bonus content. So there's that. Nikki Sloan. So Nikki Sloan was one that was a new author for me, and somehow I got the last book in this series as an advanced copy. I don't remember signing up for it, but it was a book that was on, it was a series that was on my TBR. So I was like, okay, I can read it as a standalone. It's interconnected in this series, so I'm going to do it. And I fell in love. It was so good. And then this was a bonus that came after it. So now in 2026, I have it on my list to go back and finish this series. This was the last book, so I have to go back and read the first ones because it was good It was funny. It was spicy, super spicy. Yes. Okay. Eva Simmons, read lots of Eva Simmons for 2025. This series. The next book in this series comes out this year. I don't know what day. And then Victoria Page, Scorn and Obsession. I am one book behind on this series. I read the other ones in 2024, so this was continuing, but there's one book out that I haven't read. It came out after this. And then more Eva Simmons, Samantha Barrett and Jay Pratt, Joe Brenner. I need to get caught up on the other books of Joe Brenner that came before Heartless Game, before the Kings of Raina University. So that's on my list to get caught up on those. Jail Quick was new for me. Okay, so technically I started Jail Quick in 2024. This was continuing this series. And then this was another series. And this series now has a spinoff. So good. So there's one of these I need to get caught up on. Krista and Becca Ritchie, top author for me. Author duo for me. Samantha Barrett. This is a bonus from one of my favorite series from Samantha Barrett, her Mafia series. Oh, it'll break you. Okay. This is a super, super spicy holiday book. Book 2 comes out this month. I have the advanced copy of it, so I need to read that. Juniper Nix bonus stuff. LJ Shin. Juniper Nix again with this series. R.E. Bond. Simran was new for me. Kelly Finley, top author for me, Kelly Finley. Gotta love Kelly Finley. And then this is new series, new authors. Totally gonna continue that. Madison Cole, she has a new series that just finished up that I need to go back. It was a trilogy. I need to go back and get those. Keeper's Ruin. So Lyra Forge. I will continue this series. I started it. Only had time for the first book, but I definitely will continue this. Lane O'Neill, yes. Okay, just yes. Yes, this is her debut series. I want the next one. Whatever it is, whenever it is, I want it. And then Marnie Mann, this was new for me. I will be reading book 2 in this that comes out this year. And then Melanie Garinko, yes. Okay, yes. Okay, both of these series, yes. Lucy Smoke, definitely one of my tops. Dark, spicy, why choose? Yes. Okay, yes. And then Nikki Ash, I'm reading book 2 of this right now. It came out today, so book 2 came out. I will be finishing this today. Tate James, definitely one of my favorites. Veronica Lancette, I need book 2 of this ASAP. Where the fuck is it? I need it. When I don't have a date, but I want it. I want it. Okay, music anthology, Tracy Lorraine, because of course, yes, one of my top authors. Vicky says, where's the timer? Anne says, we don't need no sinking timer. Love it. You guys crack me up. Samantha Barrett, this was the Sinner's Welcome series. Not for everyone, okay? Be prepared going into this. If you have triggers and the trigger list you're unsure about, feel free to message me because you might get some triggers after reading this, okay? I think I did, okay? Maybe more than one. Yeah. Tracy Lorraine, this, like I said, bonus content. Tracy is very good about bonus content. So, yes. Oh, look, this is my second one. There's a couple of bonus content pieces for this, so I need to catch up on those. And then audiobooks. I had so many good audiobooks for 2025. Yes, this, fantastic. And if you are not following this narrator on Instagram, you're missing out because it might shock you. Same one that narrated Lights Out, by the way. And then this series, so good. How am I supposed to wait till September for the next book to come out? And is the audiobook coming out at the same time? Because I don't think it will be. I think it'll be delayed. And then a deal with Shadow King, Anya J. Cosgrove, Blake Black, Brandy Hines. Look, audiobooks, even though I already read the books, right? Amelia Kingston was new for me. That was a fun series. Sweet, funny. dark and twisty. Brooklyn Cross, what you doing? Carrie and Ryan, these were rereads for me. This is the Montgomery Inc. series, and I discovered that it was on the Audible Plus catalog, so I started that. Probably will continue that. Callie Hart, Emily Rath. This 2025 was the year of Charlaine Harris, so I did the Midnight series. What is it? It's the Midnight Texas series, and then Denise Hunter. That was new for me. That was a sweet romance. So like I said, year of Charlaine Harris. Did this whole series because it was on the Plus catalog, and this one was not on Plus catalog. This was the short stories. If you're thinking about diving into this series and would like the reading order to include the short stories, let me know. I'll get you the list or add it to the website. I can do that if you want. Then we've got Kaylee Smith, Kristen Becker Ritchie. I did the Fourth Wing series, so the Empyrean series, and oh my goodness, what? We probably won't see the next one for another year, which is sad, but I'm ready. And then LJ Shin, Tate James, Victoria Ashley, J.A. Huss. This was a good sci-fi. Nevessa Allen with this one. The next one comes out this year. Victoria Ashley, Abby Jimenez. This is that series, the Scared Sexy multi-author series, and all of these authors were new to me, so that was fun. And then the Kiki Palmer series, the Southern Belle Insult series. So that wraps up my year. That was a lot. 200 books. And yes, I do count novellas, bonus content. I need to make a graphic with all of my stats for 2025 because that would be cool. Okay, let's do this one. So, yeah, I didn't get all of my pages done, obviously, but I will go back and do more. The ones that I missed that I just really want, I will do those, whether I include them in this journal or include them in an author journal. I don't know. Either way, they'll end up in Notion for sure. But I had some really good pages. Really good pages. And it was fun to do some of those later in 2025. And it makes me want to do more and be more on top of things. So I think the next book journal spreads I do will be the Brandy Hines ones. Maybe I'll just go back and do the Court ones and the Noir Brothers all at the same time and just do all of them. I don't know. I haven't decided. Because I know I want the Court ones to match, and then I want the Noir ones to match. But yeah, this is a lot of books. A lot of pages. And as we wrap this up, I will say that if you want to see a page for a certain book, like if you go to my Pinterest page and you see a board for a book and you want to see a page to go along with it, let me know and I will make it happen. So yeah, so that is my 2025 in books. And that's it. That's a wrap for 2025. I have moved on to my book journal for 2026. I do have some stuff that I'm looking forward to. I have started adding stuff. But yeah, so I think next week's book journal video will be a book journal spread. I don't know what one, but it will be. Katie says, I'm super impressed with your ability to retain so much information about the books you read. I read one and then almost immediately forget it. If you notice, I don't always mention names because names are so hard for me to remember, but I can remember certain scenes or like the certain vibe or like the feelings from the book, but I may not be able to remember names. Names are hard. Names are hard. I will say I impress myself sometimes with how much I can remember. And then there's other stuff like, how did that book end? I have no idea, but I remember this one scene that was great. So, yeah. Having the Pinterest boards, that helps me remember stuff too, because, and look, I'm really hoping I can remember stuff because I'm behind on writing some book reviews. because I haven't done, I'm cutting back on my arcs, right? And I haven't written reviews for the arcs I did in December. And so that's one of my things for today. And I'm hoping I can remember the details from some of these things. So hopefully this video helps help me do that, because I need to write these reviews and get them out of my life, because I cannot keep doing arcs, because it's the pressure. I need less pressure in 2026. And so I'm cutting back on arcs. I say that as I'm finishing an arc today. So this is really good, by the way. Yeah. So it was fun. I hope you enjoyed this. And if there's something else you guys want to see for book journaling videos, like, let me know, because I'm happy to do it. And yeah, I feel like, hang on, let me get this here. And as we wrap up, just put this here, because I feel like that should be there. It's totally random, but yeah, if there's something you guys want to see in a book journaling video, let me know, because I've got a ton of recordings. I don't know which one I'll share for next week, but I think I like doing, like, having the pre-recorded part and then just going live to talk to you guys about it. That seems fun, and I think you guys like that. I like it, so that's probably what we'll do next week. We may or may not have a video. We'll have a video Tuesday, but we may or may not be live Tuesday. So, but yes, same time next week, 10 o'clock, and it shouldn't be an hour and a half next time. Oh my gosh, I really need to, like, not make these so long, but this was a big one because we had a lot to cover. But we won't next week, so it's okay. It's okay. It'll be shorter next time, I promise. That's it. I'm off. We will probably have a productivity live stream tomorrow morning, because that has been requested and I've got to do some work. So we will probably do it then. And there may be a bonus Spirit City video coming up. So yeah. Katie says, take Tuesday off, enjoy your time with your hubby. I think I probably will. So I'm trying to convince him to record a video with me, because I want to do the Spirit City room competition. And so I want to do that this afternoon. I'm trying to get him to come on and record with me just for fun. If I can, then that's probably what we'll do Tuesday. If not, it'll most likely be a pre-recorded thing Tuesday, and then we'll be live again on Thursday. And I may swap up, like, back and forth between live and pre-recorded throughout the month, between book and planning. We'll just see. We'll see. I also have a video tutorial I need to get in, and there will be a schedule. I will come up with a schedule. All right, that's it. I'm out. I'll see you guys next time. Ta-ta. Toodaloo.